Welcome to the Rise of Iron news explosion that was released in the Gaming Informer article on August of 2016. This Rise of Iron expansion will be focusing on more content as well as enhancing the current systems that are set in the game as we speak. The new social space that will be reclaiming in a story mission is called Felwinter's Peak. There will be new characters and vendors at Felwinter's Peak like Tarak Karn and Shira 4, as well as the Temple of the Iron Lords that will play a role in powering up our Guardians. There will also be secrets hidden away in Felwinter's Peak, as well as locked doors that will become unlocked when special events are released. The Fallen have been upgraded by Siva and has changed the way the Fallen behave and act. For example, the Fallen Dregs will now send a ball of energy towards you upon killing them. The Vandals can regenerate their health and can go into a berserk mode, resulting in them charging at you. The Servitors have a new angled shape to them, as well as the new Fallen Walker receiving changes and upgrades. The new Battle Axe artifact will operate with two types of attacks, one being a light attack that will recharge ammo, and the second attack being a heavy attack that uses ammo. When your ammo count reaches above a certain threshold, your attacks will then do double damage to targets. A new activity is called Archon's Forge, which is a central mix between the Prison of Elders and the Court of Works. The activity is wave-based combat that will roughly last 5 minutes. It will be done with your fire team or anyone in the area like the Court of Works. It will also end with a boss fight and will drop specific Archon Forge items and loot. The Rise of Iron will include 5 story missions for the base campaign, but will also open a bunch of new missions upon completing that campaign, just like the Taken King. The strikes are getting upgraded again, but this time Bungie is toying with a system that will try to path you through the strike differently instead of a static route in place like in Year 1 and Year 2. The strike-specific loot will be different as well. Bungie is introducing a new item called a Skeleton Key that drops upon completion of strikes in the strike playlist or from the Nightfall. These keys will open a chest called a Strike Horde chest that will spawn at the end of every strike in the playlist or of an individual strike. The raid is called Wrath of the Machine. Will be released on September 23rd. There is no solid timestamp for that day. If I were to guess, it would be the same as the King's Fall raid from the Taken King and be released at 10 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time. The Rise of Iron will bring all of the Year 2 Taken King gear and all of the Year 1 class items up to the new light level, which will be 385 and then raised again to 400 upon the hard mode raid release. The infusion system will be staying the same and will also be getting new armor sets for activities in the game like the Raid, Archon Forge, and Trials of Osiris, etc, etc, etc. The Iron Lord's armor will be attained through a record book just like the Moments of Triumph. Every activity completed will bump the percentage up in the book that will unlock some sort of loot within said book. This is also an account-wide, therefore making it when you complete an activity on Guardian A, it will be unlocked on Guardian B and C. Let's talk customization now. All of the class items except the raid class items will match with your color of shader equipped on your Guardian, as well as more customization for the factions you represent, as in new ghost shells and sparrows for that faction. There is also a new customization called Ornaments. They layer on a new skin for your gear that changes the appearance of said gear. Ornaments can be changed at any time, and to obtain ornaments for certain gear, you will have to complete that activity for that gear. For example, Trials of Osiris ornaments are obtained from Trials of Osiris completions. There will also be a variety of exotics returning, such as the Gallowhorn and Thorn in the form of exotic questlines, and also many more to come, and I'll touch more on that later when we have solid pictures and info. And after the release of Rise of Iron, there will be Festival of the Lost returning in October, and Sparrow Racing League later in December of this year. Some other stuff includes the new Crucible game mode, Supremacy, and it works as such. Basically a team deathmatch based game, but upon killing an enemy guardian, they will drop a little engram thing that you then pick up, and that engram will score a point for your team. If you see a teammate die, they will also drop a little engram thing, and if you pick up that engram, you deny the enemy of the point. The first one to reach X amount of points wins that game. It's basically Destiny's take on Kill Confirmed in Call of Duty. Some tweaks are coming to Iron Banner, such as removing the Tempered buff to simply just make it easier to reach rank 5 earlier in the week. It also will encourage continuous play for loot drops upon completing matches in the event. The Iron Banner bounties are also getting retweaked, therefore making them easier and more rewarding when you turn the bounties in, like loot dropping on the spot upon completion of the bounties. Just want to say thank you for everybody to listen to the Destiny info video. I will be covering more of the Rise of Iron news, as well as the artifacts in a later video. But for now, thanks to everybody for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.